This is Radio Taiwan International.
Welcome to the news on Radio Taiwan International. I'm Hannah Belinsky coming to you from Taipei, Taiwan. We begin with a look at today's top stories for Wednesday, October 29th. President Lai calls for stronger Taiwan-Europe cooperation on subsea cable security. Presidential office welcomes Trump-Xi talks, sees it as positive step. And MAC Deputy Minister highlights importance of understanding China. But first, today's top story. President Lai Ching-te said on Wednesday that Taiwan seeks to strengthen cooperation with European democracies to enhance the security and resilience of submarine cables and other critical infrastructure. Speaking at a meeting with European delegates attending the Formosa Club annual conference and the Taiwan-Europe Submarine Cable Security Cooperation Forum, Lai said such infrastructure forms a backbone of both the global digital economy and democratic nations' information and economic security. Lai noted that the Formosa Club was founded in 2019 by pro-Taiwan groups in the European Parliament, Germany, France, and the United Kingdom to unite like-minded countries in supporting Taiwan's international participation. He said holding the club's annual meeting in Taiwan for the first time carries special significance. Lai thanked European lawmakers for their long-standing support, including resolutions rejecting China's misinterpretation of UN Resolution 2758 and opposing any unilateral attempt to change the Taiwan Strait status quo by force. The president emphasized that recent incidents of cable damage highlight the need for democracies to protect vital infrastructure.
I want to emphasize that Taiwan is very willing to work with European democratic partners to enhance the security and resilience of critical infrastructure such as submarine cables. We are also willing to strengthen connections between technology and democratic freedom through joint efforts between the government and the private sector, together creating a new model for democratic partnership.
Richard Coles, chairman of the 2025 Formosa Club Conference and member of the European Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee, presented a joint declaration underscoring the importance of deepening EU-Taiwan ties. Belgian parliamentarian Els van Hoof also reaffirmed shared commitments to democracy and human rights, pledging to collaborate with Taiwan on managing risks and reinforcing democratic resilience worldwide. The presidential office welcomed the upcoming meeting between United States President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping, stating that Taiwan views exchanges and dialogue between the two leaders as beneficial to regional stability. Presidential office spokesperson Karen Kuo said Wednesday that the government continues to closely monitor U.S.-China communications and values all efforts that contribute to maintaining peace and reducing the risk of conflict. Guo expressed gratitude to the United States for its long-standing support of Taiwan's security and democracy. She referenced the joint statement issued by the U.S., Japan, and South Korea during the UN General Assembly, as well as Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's recent meeting with Trump, which emphasized the importance of peace and stability in the Taiwan Strait and opposition to unilateral changes to the status quo. Regarding Taiwan's participation in the upcoming APEC Leaders Summit, Guo said Taiwan's envoy Lin Xin-yi might seek to meet with Trump or Takaichi, but highlighted that such interactions often occur naturally. She added that bilateral and informal meetings with other member economies are also being organized. Mainland Affairs Council Deputy Minister Shen Youzhong reveals that China's ultimate aim of repeatedly distorting history is to eliminate any space for the Republic of China internationally. On Wednesday, Radio Taiwan International hosted a seminar on the U.S.-China economic relationship. MAC Deputy Minister Shen spoke on the importance of understanding China and offered his analysis on their recent attempts to distort history in order to serve their political ends. China has recently been promoting the 380s, referring to the 80th anniversary of the Chinese People's War of Resistance against Japanese aggression, the 80th anniversary of the United Nations founding, and the 80th anniversary of the retrocession of Taiwan, which saw Japan hand Taiwan and Penghu over to the Republic of China, marking the end of colonial rule. Shen said that the CCP is taking the opportunity to expand its anniversary celebrations for these events, attempting to link Taiwan's retrocession to the transfer of sovereignty to China per the One China principle. On China's framing of the 80th anniversary of the UN's founding, Shen also stressed that it was the Republic of China, not the PRC, that helped establish the post-World War II international order, as the PRC did not yet exist at the time. As for Beijing's portrayal of the 80th anniversary of Taiwan's retrocession, he argued that the CCP has gone a step further by using UN Resolution 2758 to claim that Taiwan's sovereignty belongs to the PRC. Shen explained that by manipulating narratives surrounding the 380th anniversaries, China aims to eliminate the ROC's international presence.
These 380th anniversaries are all based on true historical events. However, China has reinterpreted them according to their own political agenda. While it's not exactly false, nor exactly misinformation, the narrative they piece together deliberately leaves no room for the Republic of China's existence.
Taiwan's first case of African swine fever was confirmed in Taichung last week. Asked whether pig farming with food waste will be permanently banned, Agriculture Minister Chen Junji said Wednesday that epidemiological investigation is ongoing. While the source of the outbreak has not yet been determined, they have confirmed the virus is not spreading. Given that food waste is a major transmission route for ASF, many experts have recommended a permanent ban on pig farming using food waste. Chen said that as long as food waste is properly processed to kill pathogens and local authorities implement effective oversight, it can still be a good source of feed. He emphasized disease control is their utmost priority, however, and that they are reviewing relevant policy accordingly. The public has also raised concerns about Taiwan's border inspection and quarantine measures. To this, Ocean Affairs Council Minister Guan Biling said that since ASF began spreading in neighboring countries in 2018, the Coast Guard Administration has conducted thorough inspections of all incoming fishing vessels. They have also handled 179 cases of dead pigs washed ashore, 20 of which were positive for ASF and none of which washed up on Taiwan's main island. She assured lawmakers that every pig carcass is treated as a potential ASF case and fully tested. Per the Taichung city government, any abnormal pig deaths at pig farms are reported to officials through an alert system, and no such warnings were issued in September or early October. Chen said this issue will be reviewed by a panel of experts and reiterated that local governments are on the front line of epidemic prevention. Vice President Xiao Mei-qin called on the international community to treat Taiwan, the cat, kindly.
Vice President Xiao Bikim compared Taiwan to a cat in a recent interview with German broadcaster ARD, drawing on her well-known cat lover image and Taiwan's fighting cat. She explained that the metaphor reflects the warmth and spirit of the Taiwanese people, saying that cats are warm and comforting. Xiao added that the fighting cat captures flexibility and resilience needed for Taiwan to survive and thrive amid challenges in the international community. Xiao said that much like a cat, Taiwan will defend itself when pushed into a corner, while continuing to extend friendship to those who treat it kindly. She called on the international community to support Taiwan, speak up for it in international media, and visit the island to better understand its democratic values and society. During her meeting with European lawmakers, Xiao warmly welcomed attendees, saying she represented the people and government of Taiwan in expressing the most heartfelt and enthusiastic welcome to all parliament members. Among the dignitaries was Richard Coles, chair of the European Formosa Club's annual meeting and a member of the European Parliament's Foreign Affairs Committee. The previous day at the Formosa Club event, Coles presented Foreign Minister Lin Jialong with a specially designed t-shirt printed with the phrase, "Taiwan is not the question, Taiwan is the answer," symbolizing strong European support for Taiwan. This year marked the first time the Formosan Club held its annual meeting in Taiwan, with 45 lawmakers from European Parliament and 18 countries visiting. The European Parliament, as the only directly elected body within the EU, works with the Council of the European Union to decide most EU laws and budgets given its significant influence in international affairs. In 2021, it also passed the EU-Taiwan Political Relations and Cooperations Report, a milestone that reflected the EU's firm support for democratic Taiwan. The gathering reaffirmed the European Union's long-term backing of Taiwan and its efforts to strengthen diplomatic recognition amid rising global challenges. Filaskowski for RTI News.
Thanks for joining me for the news. I'm Hannah Belinsky. Stay tuned for another 50 minutes of English language features brought to you by Radio Taiwan International.